Okay, so while this is still wet, we're going to mark down where our solvent line is. So I prefer to do this with a kind of a dull tip of a pencil, that way we don't hurt the paper. But now we've marked out where the solvent line is. The next thing we need to do is mark down where each of our spots appear. So to do that, I'm just going to very gently circle them. Even if it doesn't leave any like pencil lead on the paper, it will at least give a depression that we can refer to later on. Okay. So what we'll do now is make an observation of the colors of these spots. Remember, ammonia solution is a basic solution, so these are the color of the spots under basic conditions. Once this dries up a bit, we will expose it to a little bit of hydrochloric acid vapor and change the color of these spots. And we can make note of the color under acidic conditions. Then we will have to take a ruler and figure out the distance from the spot line, from the spot to the spot line, and the overall distance from the spot line to the solvent front. So for that, we'll probably just supply you with some pictures, but I will show you how to expose these two acid vapors after this is dried off a bit. So the last thing we're going to do, now that this is a little more dry, you can see the phenolphthalein spot here has almost disappeared. What we're going to do to this now is treat it with some hydrochloric acid vapors and see what the color of the spots become under acidic conditions. To do this, I'll be filling the bottom of this petri dish with some 6 molar hydrochloric acid and exposing the paper to the acid vapors. So first things first, I'm going to move this out of the way. Put this petri dish down. Should only take a few milliliters to fill this up. And you see those vapors on the edge there, that's actually ammonium chloride. So that's basically the ammonia reacting with the hydrochloric acid, and it forms ammonium chloride. We don't need to really be worried about that though. One more should do it. Good enough. So, wipe my gloves off here. Now what we need to do is just take the paper and expose it over the top. For a few minutes here. Shouldn't take too long. You'll see now it's a good idea to mark those circles before we do this because the phenolphthalein has lost all its color. So we wouldn't be able to see where that is. Okay, that should be sufficient. So I will put this back down. And now we can make our observation about the different colors of the spots under acidic conditions. Again, I'll probably just take a picture of this and then you guys can make your observations. I'll also in this next picture put a sort of ruler up for you so you can know the distance between each spot and the solvent line and to the solvent front.